Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel Jacook Lover. Fire. Before we start, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you won't miss any of the latest K-pop news and viral moments about BTS and everything happening in the fandom right now. Thumbs up speech balloon bell. Today we're talking about something that has left Korean netizens completely speechless. A moment on stage that at first looked like just another concert performance, but suddenly turned into something much bigger than anyone expected. Yes, we're talking about Park Jimin, a dance performance that is now spreading everywhere online, trending across social media, and being discussed in Korean forums by thousands of people. Some netizens even said the same thing after watching it. This is crazy, we literally have no words. But what makes this moment even more intriguing is that many people feel there was something different about this performance. Something that no one has fully explained yet. So what actually happened on that stage? Let's dive into the story. In the world of global entertainment, most moments pass by quickly. A performance happens, fans react, clips circulate for a few hours, and then the internet moves on to the next big topic. But every once in a while, something unusual happens. A single moment appears that refuses to disappear. A moment that keeps spreading, keeps being discussed, and keeps drawing more and more attention from people across the world. Over the past few days, the global K-pop community has been experiencing exactly that kind of moment. It all started with what seemed like a normal concert performance. A stage, bright lights, loud cheers, and thousands of fans watching their favorite artists perform. At the center of that stage was Park Jimin, a member of the world-famous group BTS. For longtime fans of BTS, Jimin's presence on stage is nothing new. For years, he has been known as one of the most expressive and captivating performers in the K-pop industry. Critics and fans alike often praise his ability to combine powerful technique with emotional storytelling through dance. His movements are frequently described as fluid, controlled, and intensely expressive. However, something about this particular performance felt different. It began quietly. A short video clip appeared on social media. There was no dramatic caption, no headline suggesting anything extraordinary had happened. It was simply a moment from a concert stage. But within hours, that clip started spreading. One user reposted it. Another account shared it again. Soon, more people began watching the video. And then something interesting happened. Instead of reacting with the usual compliments that K-pop idols often receive, many viewers seemed genuinely stunned. People began replaying the clip again and again. Some slowed the footage down. Others zoomed in to examine certain movements more closely. The more people watched it, the more conversations began appearing online. Soon, discussions started appearing on Korean community forums such as Pann. Users posted screenshots. They shared clips. They wrote long comments trying to describe what they had just witnessed. But strangely, many of them seemed to struggle to find the right words. One comment simply said that the performance felt insane in the best possible way. Another user wrote that they felt as if Jimin was dancing with a kind of intensity that rarely appears even in professional stage performances. Some viewers said his energy looked almost overwhelming, as if he was giving absolutely everything he had on that stage. Others noticed something in his facial expressions. According to several netizens, Jimin appeared completely immersed in the performance, almost as if nothing else existed in that moment except the music and the choreography. And then one phrase started appearing again and again in the comments. People said it looked like he was dancing as if there were no tomorrow. At first glance, this might sound like a simple compliment, but the tone of the discussion suggested something deeper. Many viewers felt that this was not just a high-energy performance. There was something emotionally intense about it, something that made people pause and watch the video again. As the clip continued spreading across social media, international fans quickly noticed the growing discussion in Korean communities. Fan accounts began translating Korean comments into English. Soon, the video reached audiences far beyond Korea. Fans from different countries started sharing their own reactions. Some described the performance as breathtaking. Others said they felt chills while watching it. Several fans even created slow-motion compilations, highlighting specific moments where Jimin's movements seemed especially powerful or emotionally charged. The more the video circulated, the more curiosity began to grow. What exactly had people seen in that performance? Was it simply an example of a highly dedicated performer giving everything he had on stage? Or was there something else hidden in the details of that moment? These questions began to dominate discussions online. Some observers tried to analyze the performance from an artistic perspective. They argued that Jimin might simply have been expressing stronger emotions through his choreography. After all, stage performances often evolve over time as artists grow and reinterpret their own music. But others believe that something about this moment felt unusually personal. It was difficult to explain, but many viewers said they felt as if they were witnessing something more than just choreography. It felt almost like a glimpse into a performer's inner world. Interestingly, this conversation was not limited to fans alone. Some entertainment commentators also began discussing the phenomenon. They pointed out that in an industry filled with elaborate stage productions and complex choreography, it is surprisingly rare for a single performance moment to generate this level of emotional reaction. Usually, viral moments in K-pop come from unexpected incidents, funny interactions, or dramatic surprises. But this time, the attention seemed to focus on something much simpler: a dance, a performer, and a moment of pure intensity on stage. And as the discussion continued growing, one question kept appearing again and again across different platforms. Was this simply a coincidence? Or had viewers witnessed something truly special, something that even the performer himself might not have planned? Some fans began speculating further. They wondered whether Jimin might have been experiencing strong emotions during that performance. Something that wasn't spoken aloud, but somehow became visible through every movement he made on stage. Of course, this kind of speculation quickly sparked debate within the fandom. Some people argued that interpreting a performer's emotions based solely on a stage performance might be going too far. Others believe that art, especially dance, is meant to be interpreted in exactly that way. And perhaps that is why this video continues to be watched by more and more people every day. Because behind all the praise, admiration, and analysis, there is still one big mystery that no one has fully answered yet. Was what we saw on that stage simply an incredible dance performance? Or was it a moment when a performer unknowingly revealed something much deeper to the world? And if that is true, then one question that fans are now beginning to ask is this: was this performance just a spontaneous burst of energy on stage? The conversation surrounding the performance continued to grow, almost as if the internet itself had decided to slow down and examine a single moment from multiple angles. In the fast-moving world of online entertainment, where new topics appear every hour, it is rare for one clip to keep resurfacing again and again. Yet this was exactly what was happening with the stage performance of Park Jimin from the global group BTS. At first, most people assumed the attention would fade within a day or two. Viral clips usually follow that pattern. They appear suddenly, spark excitement, and then disappear as quickly as they arrived. But this time, the opposite seemed to be happening. The more people watched the video, the more the discussion expanded. Fans from different countries began sharing their interpretations of the performance. Some described the choreography as unusually intense, while others focused on the emotional expression in Jimin's movements. What made the situation fascinating was that the reactions were not limited to typical fan praise. Even people who had casually stumbled upon the clip appeared to sense that something about the performance stood out. One viewer commented that the stage felt less like a planned dance routine and more like a moment of raw artistic expression. Another said that it looked as though Jimin had completely forgotten about the cameras, the audience, and even the scale of the event around him. According to this viewer, it felt as if the entire stage had briefly transformed into a personal space where the performer could simply exist within the music. As these interpretations circulated online, the conversation slowly began shifting from admiration to curiosity. Many people started asking why this particular moment felt so powerful. After all, Jimin has delivered countless performances throughout his career. Fans have long praised his dance skills, his stage presence, and his ability to command attention in large arenas filled with tens of thousands of people. But this time, there was a subtle difference in how people described what they saw. Instead of simply calling the performance great or impressive, many viewers used words that suggested something deeper. They spoke about intensity, about immersion, about a kind of emotional commitment that seemed to push beyond ordinary stage performance. One netizen wrote that watching the clip gave them the feeling that Jimin was not just dancing to the music, but almost becoming part of it. Another said that the movements felt unusually urgent, as if each step carried a sense of purpose that could not be ignored. The more these descriptions spread, the more people returned to the original video to see if they could notice the same details. Soon, small moments within the performance began receiving special attention. Some viewers pointed out how Jimin's movements appeared incredibly sharp in certain sections, while in other parts they became fluid and almost weightless. Others observed the way his expressions shifted as the choreography progressed, suggesting that he seemed fully immersed in the emotional tone of the music. None of these elements were necessarily new to fans who had followed BTS for years. Jimin's dance style has always been known for blending technical precision with emotional storytelling. But what seemed to capture people's attention this time was the sheer level of intensity that appeared to run through the entire performance. Several netizens commented that it felt as though Jimin was dancing without any restraint. They described it as the kind of performance that looks effortless on the surface, but reveals an extraordinary level of commitment when viewed more closely. As the conversation grew larger, more clips from the same concert began appearing online. Fans shared different camera angles, including footage filmed from the audience and professional stage recordings. Each new perspective added another layer to the ongoing discussion. From certain angles, the scale of the stage became more apparent. Massive lighting structures surrounded the performers. The audience stretched far into the distance, forming a sea of glowing light sticks and cheering voices. Yet even within such a grand setting, many viewers felt that Jimin's presence somehow managed to stand out. Some people described it as the kind of performance that naturally draws the eye, even in a stage filled with elaborate visuals. Others suggested that this might be one of the reasons the moment went viral in the first place. In large concerts, audiences often focus on the overall spectacle, the lights, the choreography, the synchronized performances. But sometimes a single performer captures attention in a way that feels unexpectedly personal. That is what many viewers believed had happened here. Interestingly, some longtime followers of BTS began comparing this moment to earlier performances in the group's history. They pointed out that Jimin has always been known for giving everything he has on stage. From the early days of BTS's career to their massive global tours, fans have often praised his dedication to performance. However, a few fans suggested that something about this particular stage felt even more intense than usual. They debated whether it might reflect a new phase in Jimin's artistic growth. After more than a decade in the industry, performers often evolve in how they approach their craft. Their relationship with music changes. Their interpretation of choreography becomes more nuanced. And sometimes, these changes appear in small but noticeable ways during live performances. Some fans wondered whether the viral clip might be an example of that evolution. Others believe the moment might simply represent a rare combination of factors: the energy of the crowd, the atmosphere of the concert, the emotions of the performer in that specific moment. When all of these elements come together perfectly, a stage performance can transform into something unforgettable. This idea seemed to resonate with many viewers. Rather than trying to explain the performance through technical analysis alone, they began describing it as a kind of emotional experience. Watching the clip, they said, felt almost like witnessing a moment that could not be repeated in exactly the same way. Even if the choreography remained the same, the intensity of that particular performance seemed unique. And perhaps that was why the video continued spreading across the internet. People were not just watching a dance. They were trying to understand what made that moment feel so powerful. As the days passed, the clip continued circulating through social media platforms, fan communities, and entertainment news discussions. Each new viewer added another interpretation. Each interpretation added another layer to the growing mystery. And slowly, a larger question began forming in the minds of many fans. Was this moment simply the result of an exceptionally passionate performance? Or could it represent something more meaningful in the artistic journey of Park Jimin within BTS? Because if a single dance performance could spark this level of reaction from audiences around the world, it raised an intriguing possibility. Maybe what people witnessed on that stage was not just another concert moment. Maybe it was a glimpse of an artist reaching a new level of expression. And if that is true, one question naturally follows. Could this viral performance be hinting at something bigger that fans have not fully realized yet? Fire!